safe and in about 5. Front of you, in front of you, in front of you, in front of you.
Okay, I know I said I wouldn't, but I dropped the bit rate just a bit. It's a balancing act, because if I drop it too low, it says it's too low. If I try to increase it to hit a sweet spot, it says it could potentially be too high. And I did say I wasn't going to adjust it whilst there might be some latency issues, or maybe it's more bandwidth issues probably with the servers, or it's just the fact that we have snow in Europe, and you know, or the UK I'll go with, and we don't deal with snow in the UK well, so maybe the snow's messing with the internet. However, I need to go. I've got to prepare for work tomorrow. Got some work I need to catch up on tonight. Or, do you know what? If I bite the bullet, I can just go into work early tomorrow and try and get some... try and make a head start. And that probably is a better idea, give myself a break for this evening. I at least managed to put in a 35.8, so I'm happy with that. Wanted to at least break into 35 since optimal was, well, it's now 35.3, but at the time it was 35, what was it, 35.9? I'm not going to pay any attention to the buffering I can see on my iPad, because it buffers no matter what, even when other people are watching the stream and say that it's crystal clear. So trying to make adjustments based on what I see on my iPad just doesn't help. I get a better stream if I watch it on my iPhone, but that's, what's the iPad? I think the iPad's the 3, the phone's the 6. Work phone, not mine. I'm not a Apple fanboy. They upgraded, so I'd get the upgrade. But yeah, if you think the issues I'm having trying to get this stream to be stable and overcome the graphic stutters in the game, yeah, you should see the issues I had driving to work today with one night's worth of snow, which all the Scandinavian countries would laugh at as pitiful. We in the UK end up with cars sideways and abandoned.
In front of you, keep your eye open.
Because, Mark got on the power too early. Because we weren't expecting it, even though it was forecast. So the gritters hadn't been out, and honestly, if considering we are a country that sees snow, all the arguments we get from the government to say, or local councils I should say more so, to say we don't have effective measures to deal with snow because it's unexpected. You think, how can it be unexpected? It keeps snowing. It's always snowed here. It might not ring ahead and make an appointment, but it snows. And then you start thinking, maybe I'm just imagining it. So you go out and ask other people, and say, do you know, when I was young, you know, growing up, late back of the 70s through the 80s, I'm sure we had snow that at that time, based on my height, was above my knees, and that would mean now I would say that would mean 2/3 of the way up my shin. So at least a footful of snow. And we used to have snow plows, not just on motorways and not just on runways, but public roads, B roads. And nowadays, you'll be lucky if you see a grit truck. So yeah, the country comes to a standstill when we see snow. All the kids pray for it because it means they're not going to have to go to school. The adults that have no sense or inner child still lives on within them pray for snow as well. And the rest of us think, oh, how am I going to get to work? Told my teammate and everyone on the stream that was listening yesterday that I hated this track. I did admit It's not really that I hate it, it's that I'm rubbish here. I haven't ever unlocked the secrets. But in this car, I think I'm making progress. And the more I drive this car, the more I love it. I won't lie, tries to kill me all the time. But I'm not taking it personally.
Keep after it, man. Tell me about your car when you can.
Ah, Mark. Okay, so let's do one more run and then, yeah, call it a night. Give myself a break from the computer. Upload the videos, see what they look like. Analyze the last stream log. See, look, see status. So I don't think it's the replay file. I don't really want to turn off replays. Although process of elimination, it may be a step I have to consider. Because if it's trying to if it's trying to, maybe it's, yeah, trying to write the replay, also record the replay from OBS. Maybe my system can't cope with it, and I should one day put my spec on the overlay, because people keep asking. It's not the world's greatest computer, but those of you out there with much more technical savvy would be able to look at it and probably say, yeah, this is what your bottleneck's going to be. You need to try this, you need to try that. Because I'm not even running it overclocked. Maybe I should turn the overclocking on. Look how much I lost just through there, right in that curb. Bet I fried the tyres. Also got ice speed running, so maybe... No, it shouldn't have an issue. I was going to say maybe I could turn ice speed off, but really if it can't cope with ice speeds and the stream and idiot. Thanks, Luca. Yeah, I am. I think you've probably been watching all week. Well, I say all week. I've only done 2 days, but probably now got a good insight into what I need to do to get anywhere near a competitive pace in any car at any track. If I don't get the laps under my belt, I'm hopeless. Usually it doesn't take me long to figure out how to get round a new track. Not that this is new to me, but when it actually comes to nailing braking points, what gear to be in, what line to take, it can take me hundreds of laps. So other than that off track, I think that might have been the best line I've taken for the second part of that turn all week. But the car just seems hooked up here, though I am conscious I'm probably frying the tyres. Car started to over rotate, so hesitated through there. Find out in a second how much time I lost. Wow, 6/10. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, I really used to hate it. I was saying I hated it up until yesterday. But when I say I hate a track, that usually means I haven't figured it out yet. And there really aren't many tracks that I think, yeah, I have it. There's nothing more I need to understand about how to approach it. I just have to get better at extracting the lap from it. So I think the track where I possibly have the best feel is Motorsport, which is weird, but no matter what the car, I'm not necessarily the fastest round, there never will be, but no matter what car around Motorsport, I can just jump in it and at least get up to top 50 times for the week, whereas somewhere like Montreal, I've driven that in so many different sims and I still can't figure it out. Or I figure out parts of it, or yeah, and then forget, or figure out all of it for one lap and then forget. Starting to get a better understanding for Interlagos as well. I think I've nailed every section now. It's again nailing them all in the same race, let alone the same lap. That was an ugly section. Brands Hatch is another one I think I've pretty much unlocked. Silverstone still holds secrets from me. Suzuka. Spa, I know most of Spa and how to get round there. Ah, Mark. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Thing about Spa though, especially in iRacing, those off tracks, I mean seriously, give me a break. Yeah, I love Motorsport.
Start taking a look at that pit entrance. We're going to be pitting you here in about 2 or 3 laps, bud.
I seem to actually do better at older, traditional, historic tracks. The Herman Tilke jobs, forget it. I hate them. There isn't... I don't think there's... tyres. Not tyres, I broke. I'm far too late. I don't think there's a single Herman Tilke track that I could say I love. In fact, I have no idea why they insist on allowing the man to keep designing tracks. I know some people love them, but for instance, that Circuit of the Americas, I don't care if 90% of the tracks corners are a homage to a historic turn or section at some other track. Together on that track with all those stupid sleeping policemen, oh, those sausage, oh, hate it, hate it, hate it. It just seems so finicky. Now I guess it has those same sort of test track elements and characteristics like you get at Paul Ricard, but Paul Ricard has some finicky parts, but it still has some flowing turns that give you a sense of satisfaction. And I'll stop talking about Kota because people will think that I just, well, not think, they'll know that I really dislike the place. Barber Motorsports, oh, that track hates me. It is, of course, because I suck there. But I suck there because I'm forever going, what? Where am I supposed to be putting the car? And you want me to do what? So, if you were to look at my iRacing profile and look at my best lap times for particular tracks, you'll see what I mean. If I'm way off, I probably don't like the track. But I'm well aware you can't afford yourself that luxury. You have to just tackle the tracks on the seas. I got a slide in there, had to hesitate to catch it. Lost almost 3/10. But yeah, I remember all the way back to when my brothers and I used to play Jeff Cameron's Grand Prix, the first one, and we did our seasons. The tracks at the back of the season I really hated, so every time we got to about 3 races to go in the championship, I would start lobbying for us to just cede the championship to whoever was winning and just start a new one. Can't believe I'm still wearing my fleece top. Normally I'd be baking in it, and I probably am, but because it's 0 degrees outside, I haven't felt the urge to throw it off yet. Damn it. I started to drift wide, so I had to compromise not to go off the track.
Just start taking a peek at your entrance into the pit road there. Just start taking a look, get familiar with it.
Oops. Okay, next lap. See if we can start it well. So what do? Ride the curb. Messed up so many sectors on this lap. Still managed to equal my PB though, so not too shabby. Oops. Over rotated, hesitated. Bad line through that turn, too tight. Too far into the braking zone. Hey Slash, hit that blunt. What's that? Is that a James Blunt reference? Can't say I like that guy. Not him personally, just not a fan of his music. Although I think my eldest goddaughter is, and if that's playing in the background, that's probably her. I can't hear it through the headphones. But I'm doing it again. I just have this habit of absolutely nailing apexes, apart from there, on an outlap, and then choking on the timed. Can't remember who set up this. I think, is it John Halls from the forum for Interlagos? But it just, the car's so hooked up. Miles away from the apex. Should we blame the cold tyres and say this lap was never going to be PB material? Or just admit messed up? Mark. I hate it when I do that. 2 bites of the cherry on the throttle, or 2 stabs of the throttle even. Means I got on too quickly and was messing up the line. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Messing up the line through the turn. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're still getting buffering, but on my iPad, the buffering is now looking as though it's happening once every 20 seconds or so, which normally means it's buffering much less frequently for everyone else. See, I hate that, hate that, hate that. It's sloppy and lazy. See, that's the line through there. See? Missed those apexes. Oh, Mark. I think I went in too deep. On the brakes too long. Drifted wide. Hesitated. Ah, Mark. Oops. That might have been a bit greedy. Okay, last lap. Oh, why couldn't I do that on a timed lap? Oh well. See if you can make up any time over the lap. Highly unlikely. Well, that is it for tonight. I've said that about 5 times already this evening, so really have to make it true this time. So let's just save that lap. Let's go back. Mark it, mark. Okay. So max heartbeats for this session per minute, 137. I'm sure I've got that up to 180 something in a V8 race about a year ago when I first tried to figure out what it would be like. See how long it takes to get back to my resting rate. Which is about 70 something, 74, 76. See, the combination of, I think, my V2s, which have made me much more consistent under braking, have really helped me put laps together in a race that usually are consistently about 2 tenths, 3 tenths apart. And then the Thrustmaster T500 has helped me get much better feel for the steering. This is probably a lap where, see, hitting that curb on the inside, that's what cost me the 10th or so. But yeah, I think that's us for tonight. The combination of those two together, I think, is what's really helped me over the last year or so actually get to the point where I feel as though I can actually attack a car, track, you name the combination, and start to get close to, well, what can I say? Yeah, start to get close to some semblance of maximizing what I can out of the car. So that sentence probably made absolutely no sense, which is an indication of how tired I am. So as always, thank you for tuning in to watch. Tonight was only supposed to be test streams, just like last night, really, just to try and tweak whatever the problems are that I've got with system during the, well, not so much the system, but the streaming over the last week or so, but also to try and get little tweaks into it to improve the overall experience of the viewers. So again, thank you to everyone that's followed and everyone that's watched. It's always appreciated. If you haven't followed already, feel free to follow now. Next official race will be this weekend, Saturday. Sim Races Asia around here, so hopefully I can get rid of the graphics stutters, get up to some decent speed, and put to bed the 2 for 2 bad races I've had so far in the season. So again, thanks for tuning in, and
Blue Flag Racing.
see you later.
You've got to be very proud of your achievement. 4th place in your class, 7th place overall. It has been a torturous event, as I said to Mark at Road America here today. A, to finish, and B, to finish so well must be some achievement for you guys.
Yes, Mark said we are very proud because of our result. And the most important issue was the consistency of the race. We concentrated, we tried to keep as much as possible, and I think in the endurance races, in such long races, the qualifiers maybe not so important because we qualified in the middle of the grid, and we race without any bigger adventures. And I think this is one of our best results in our history, I can say in my history, because I'm not so fast driver, I'm an average driver, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to drive with Mark and we reached so good results.
That's okay. As once upon a time when I got qualifying set up for a track at New Hampshire with Mark, he makes me look a decent driver at times as well. But that'll be it. We've got, in a couple of weeks' time, we've got Spa-Francorchamps, and you know it is one of the most historic racing venues in the world, not just for open wheel racing, but for GT racing as well. Decent driver at times.